How y'all doing today? I'm Dave Patton with Patton Construction, and today we thought we might go over a few things that we feel like might set us apart a little bit quality-wise from other builders, and hope you have a few minutes to join in and enjoy the brief tour. And we're going to be talking about a little bit about tile setting, preparation for tile, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you. Well, we're in the master bathroom here at the Davies house in Hendersonville, and we're using the Sluder floor system for the heat. This will be a heated tile floor. You got the small little round grooves. It's got clips in them, and you take your wire and you lace the wire through here to get your heat where it dissipates properly in the floor system. Then we have a piece of conduit coming out of here. Their thermostat will come out here in the floor to enable you to control your heat and to set your heat where it's automatic. Usually we'll put two thermostats in, where in the future if one of them goes bad you have a backup and you don't have to remove tile to replace or repair. And then we'll normally put the thermostat in an inconspicuous place, so we've got it in here where you don't see it when you come in the bathroom, but yet it'll still control the heat accurately because the thermostats are in the main part of the floor. On this Sluder system, this here for the floor heat and other applications, they have a product that's plastic. And on this plastic, it's just information, good information for you to know, not necessarily that I need to tell you guys how to do the job. But underneath this, you use a modified thin set, which goes to the wood. And then on top, because this is plastic, when you lay your tile, you want to use a non-modified thin set. And the purpose is, if the modified will cure and dry against the wood, and the non-modified will not. Because of the plastic and the moisture absorption out of the thin set, it's important that you get that correct. Underneath will be modified, on top between the tile and the plastic will be non-modified thin set. Just want to talk to you a minute about the Sluder system we just talked about in our floor heat and the wire system in the floor. This here is called a Sluder Curdy board, and this is used, it's 2 inches thick. There's a lot of structural strength to it. It's got a waterproof membrane on it, and this is what they'll put together to form your seats in the shower. It's lightweight, it's very easy to work with, and that's one of the advantages of the Sluder system, and something to consider when you're putting your project together for your tile. On our shower bases and pans, we do a concrete sub base, and we always use a concrete curb. Some people will use 2x4s and wood. The wood expands and contracts differently from masonry products. The concrete's more stable, and if any moisture or just humidity gets to it, it's just much more sound. So we encourage our guys to do the concrete curbing and concrete floor system. And then when we do this, we use the Sluder system, which is a Curdy that goes over this, which is a waterproof. And this thin sets down, and you place this on top. And then when you come back to lay the tile, you'll thin set that with the tile on top. You use a modified thin set for this so it dries properly, and this makes a waterproof system. We think this is a much better system than using just the PVC pan in your concrete. This gives you a total waterproof system. This material laps up on the wall and overlaps in the corners around and makes a complete waterproof system. Now for our soap niches and our seats, this will be cut into the wall, and we'll also use a Curdy product to go in here and make all this 100% waterproof. At the end of the day, when the Curdy system's in place and it's set up and dry, then when we lay the tile before we grout, or maybe even before we lay the tile, depends on the process of what the guys are doing, we'll do a water test on the shower pan. We'll fill it up with water to the top of your curb here, let it sit for 24 to 48 hours. Then we'll inspect to see if the water line's dropped any, and then if we can access underneath to the subfloor, we'll check to make sure there's not any slow leaks that's been going on. You know, when you invest a large amount of money in a tile shower and the product you're looking for, you don't want to find out 5 years from now you've had a slow leak and your floor is rotting out. So we're trying to provide a good quality product for you that's not only going to be pretty and last for a year or two, but it'll last for 20 or 30 years without problems in maintenance. Thank you. This here is the sluter strip, the metal strip. This gives a finished edge for your tile where the carpet meets it. Also, it protects this edge of your tile to help prevent it from getting chips. It gives it a little bit more professional, detailed look. You could leave this off, but we choose to spend a little bit extra money to provide this for the customer. There's cheaper and less expensive ways of building things, but we try to go the extra effort to give you a good product. Now in our tile, we also try to insist on our tile setters to keep their grooves clean, where you got good depth here, and when they come back and put the grout on, you got a good thickness for the grout to hold up well. If you let this get contaminated with thin set where it comes up close to the top, they have to scrape it out, and then when they grout, sometimes it leaves a thin layer of grout, and in times to come, some of that may chip and want to come out and come out of there. So we try to encourage our setters to keep the grooves clean for our customer. And also, this is during construction, it's a little dirty, and we'll do a cleanup here shortly before we grout, and we'll cover it with paper for protection. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the tour with us today, learned a little bit about tile setting. We had a great time seeing y'all and having you on board. If you would, like us, subscribe, and if you got any comments, put it in the box. We'll try to shoot you an answer back a little bit later. And look forward to seeing y'all again on our next video tour. Thank you.